As a exhibition now later on down the line.
Oh, why not? Why not? If he's willing to have a rematch with me, then
An exhibition.
I'm okay with that. No,
An exhibition.
It's taking a loss. That's what he brags about, you know. Such and such people have tried. So many of them have tried. All of them has failed.
Being smart and being specific for what we do. So, and that's what we do. With our odds, we just cater towards that fighter.
Manny Pacquiao answers Floyd Mayweather's rematch call-out, saying he's open to an exhibition bout, one that includes an official result. Pacquiao emphasizes he's ready if Mayweather genuinely wants it, but the match must be more than entertainment. It needs real consequences and a clear winner this time.
willing to have a rematch with me, then
An exhibition.
I'm okay with that. No,
An exhibition. How does it go now? This time around, obviously, it's been quite a few years since you guys got in the ring.
it's okay. An exhibition with a decision.
The decision, not just exhibition.
Yeah.
So for how long do you think?
Exhibition with a decision.
Manny Pacquiao's comeback at 46 has triggered bold statements from his team. His coach believes Pacquiao has now surpassed Floyd Mayweather's legacy. While George Foreman won a heavyweight title in his 40s, he didn't find success across 8 divisions like Pacquiao. The coach says Manny's return isn't just rare, it's unmatched. He's not coming back for fame or money, but to pursue a real title at this age, setting himself apart from Mayweather's exhibition-focused path.
Being smart and being specific for what we do. So, and that's what we do. With our odds, we just cater towards that fighter. That's mainly with Manny, someone like Pacquiao, so he doesn't overtrain.
When you're talking about overtraining, like, do you mean
Like doing too much? Like
no, I mean that. What I was gonna say was like take a day off. Like,
no,
not
well,
go
you
as
take
long.
day off to listen to his body. So one day, day you wake up, it'll be a few days coming up where I'm just fucking sore. I'm just tired. It's time to listen to your body. Take a day off, and you'll recover, and you'll be better. If you push through it, you'll overtrain. Take your one training session to overtrain, then you're fucked. It'll mess you up for a couple of weeks.
Floyd Mayweather's image is built around his perfect 50-0 record. That final 0 is more than just a number. It symbolizes his pride and status. Many argue this obsession with his flawless resume is why he avoids a second clash with Pacquiao. A rematch risks that spotless legacy, especially with Manny looking better than expected. Floyd's hesitance to re-enter the ring says a lot about what he values most.
A lot of people want to know, well, Manny Pacquiao going to fight Floyd after that. Floyd is not going to fight Manny Pacquiao, especially if Manny Pacquiao look like he can do something. If Manny Pacquiao look like he got them hands, he still got it. Floyd is not going to risk taking a loss. That's what he brags about, Such and such people have tried. So many of them have tried, all of them has failed. Floyd care about that O more than anything, Well, the money and the O, they go together for him.
Mayweather once accused Pacquiao of using his name to stay relevant when he sought a rematch. At the time, Floyd refused, claiming Manny continually raised the idea just to remain in the spotlight. According to Floyd, Pacquiao's camp believes the Filipino legend can beat him. But in his view, the first fight ended the argument, and all this rematch talk is a ploy for attention.
Manny Pacquiao spoke about that he shouldn't have. Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million.
Who did?
I mean, I don't like to throw certain individuals under the bus because we don't do that. He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said it's a time and a place. Remember, I want you guys to go check out Manny Pacquiao when he got upset a few times when he said, "Oh, Floyd, you using my name, He got famous because they said this could be the guy that could possibly dethrone the king. Did it happen? Absolutely not. Was he easy? Absolutely.
Even though Mayweather won their first fight, he's admitted Pacquiao brings serious power to the ring. Floyd claimed Manny wasn't at his peak during their clash, which influenced the result. Still, Mayweather argues that if Pacquiao couldn't beat him then, it's pointless to try now. His remarks imply he's not willing to risk his legacy over a fight he believes has already been settled.
Pacquiao obviously got power also.
Right.
You know, I've been in there with him.
Did you feel his power?
He's solid. He's solid.
Okay.
He's solid. Ain't nothing I ain't never felt before, but he's solid.
Right. Right.
And he felt me too. That's why he wasn't quick to run in there.
Right.
So it's obvious we both felt we felt each other. At the end of the day, you know, it finally happened. He got cooked. Right. Now they begging for a rematch. My thing is this: if you get it done right the first time, you got to do it again.
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle and an experienced trainer, insists there's no reason for a rematch. He says the original fight was clean and dismisses Manny's injury claims. Jeff argues Pacquiao showed no visible pain during the bout and questions if the surgery story was an excuse. He believes the fight was fair and should stand as the final word.
All right, well, even if you think he did win the fight, Manny was obviously severely injured. He had a hurt shoulder in that fight. So do you think Floyd would want the rematch knowing that he had a very close victory over a guy that was fighting basically one-armed?
You know, basically, the guy with one arm was throwing punches for 12 rounds. Throwing very hard punches for 12 rounds. If you got a torn rotator cuff, you ain't gonna throw no punches at all. So that's bullshit.
So you question Manny on that one?
I question Manny on that one. I mean, the thing is this: the reality is this: is that then after the fight, you never went and got surgery to get it repaired. You basically said that, oh, God healed you. Can't say that. I ain't going against what you're saying about that, but what I'm saying is this: is that if you had something torn, it has to be fixed.
Despite Floyd's dominance in their original fight, many fans and analysts credit Pacquiao for being active and competitive. Some think a second bout might favor Manny, especially since Mayweather has stepped away from real challenges. Floyd's once intimidating image may not be enough now, as many feel Pacquiao, even in his 40s, has the tools to beat him in a proper rematch.
Champ, how was it?
It was amazing, man.
Thank you.
Really good, bro.
Shout
out to the machete hooking it up.
Bro, I gotta ask you. So you're the expert. You're the expert. You're the champ. I gotta ask you, Floyd and Mayweather and Manny. Right now, who you think will win?
I don't know. That'll be a really good fight. I think Manny, because he's been more active. You know, he's been more active. But Mayweather's Mayweather. You know, he's always good. He stays in shape. Takes care of himself, but he'll get an awesome fight.
You have to go with Manny though, right?
Yep.
You have to go with Manny. He's been,
of course.
And Floyd's last two fights weren't really pro fighters. You know what I'm saying? There was
kickboxing in China
and Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely put your money on Manny.
Yeah, of course,
absolutely. So the Mexican Rocky, huh?
Mexican Rocky. Trying to get that movie.
There it is.
Wasn't Rocky Mexican?
Which one?
Rocky was Mexican, wasn't he?
Oh, you talking about Sly?
Oh man! All this time I've been watching that. Oh, I thought he was Mexican.
Hey, Daddy's choking too hard with you.
Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's longtime coach, has praised Manny's training intensity in his 40s. Roach says the current workouts mirror those from Pacquiao's 20s. He also notes that Floyd, now older, doesn't seem interested in returning seriously. Roach adds that even in their past fight, Manny looked strong and his present form proves he's still dangerous.
A rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Can you see it happening fairly quickly?
I'm not sure because, Floyd walked out of the arena before the announcement of
on Saturday night.
Yeah. And I guess he didn't want to get called out by Manny. And he is 42 now, and he's older than Manny, and Manny's performance was unbelievable, and I think that's why he kind of snuck out of there a little bit early. But I mean, this is why we're really in the game right now, because we want that rematch. I want that rematch, because Manny had an injury last time, but after the fourth round, he said, "Freddie, I can't throw it anymore," and I said, "Just do the best you can." And I know we can do so much better in the rematch, and I know we can win that fight. And it's like what me and Manny both want badly, and we would love to get that.
Go back to the first fight. It was about 3 weeks before the bout, and you were in a sparring session, Manny tore his rotator cuff.
Yes.
Correct?
Former rival Keith Thurman openly admitted the strength of Pacquiao's punches when they fought. Thurman said Manny's power at age 40 surprised him. The punches didn't feel like they came from an aging fighter. They were sharp, heavy, and relentless. That level of strength, especially at his age, highlights Manny's conditioning and unbreakable fighting spirit.
Pacquiao, it's weird. Danny felt like a big brick. Pacquiao felt like a little brick. Okay? Now, the weird part is Pacquiao's hands just felt heavy. After the fight, I constantly was thinking, why did his fist feel like a rock? You know? It was like awkward, right? I was like, why did his fist feel so hard in the fight? You know? I was like, it was a little awkward. You know, I don't really care about that stuff that much. I mean, I could handle it. It wasn't devastating. It didn't really feel like plaster, but it felt like something. It felt like a rock. So I thought, like, does he do certain training? Does he do certain, you know, does he build up calluses? Does he have more dense bone density in his hands? Did they do some Asian stuff? What did they do? Who knows, right? And then looking at the picture, I was like, damn, you know what? Pacquiao wore them old school Mexican Reyes.
New training footage shows 46-year-old Pacquiao moving with the same speed and sharpness from his prime. His footwork is rapid, his punches crisp, and his focus unshaken. Even at this age, he hasn't lost the traits that made him a champion. In 8 weight classes, fans and analysts are amazed at how much he still resembles the legend from his glory years.
10 seconds.
The legacy debate continues. Pacquiao's historic multi-division success or Mayweather's unblemished record? While Floyd often makes headlines with showy events, Pacquiao lets his accomplishments do the talking. His daring across weight classes reflects a risk Floyd avoided. This fundamental contrast fuels ongoing arguments among boxing fans worldwide.
So who has the best accomplishment, Floyd or Manny Pacquiao? The 8 divisions versus the 50-0 beating 23 world champions. You guys know which way I go. I like Floyd a whole lot more, but I gotta respect Manny Pacquiao's the greatest boxer of all time. 8 divisions is the greatest feat. I don't think you could do anything greater than becoming an 8 division champion. I say 8 divisions better than the 50-0 because you could pick your way to that eventually. 50-0 is really not that impressive. It's really the 23 world champions. And the thing about that is that a lot of them are former. When you become an 8 division champion, that means you're fighting active champions or you're fighting for vacant titles for guys who probably would have been champion. I think Floyd has a great resume. He's my number 2 all time. I think he has amazing champions on his resume. I don't think he just cherry-picked and ducked his whole career. But if you fight a fighter in Sergey Kovalev in 2025, that is considered a champion, former world champion, and it will go on your resume as a champion. Same as if you fought Mike Tyson in 2025, you beat a world champion. That's why with Floyd, you really got to go back and look at the names to see where they were at. Like I said, amazing feat nonetheless. It's still hard to beat 23 world champions. Not saying all of them were just over the hill, but 8 divisions is something I truly believe we will never see again.
Active fighter George Kambosos Jr. recently praised Pacquiao's return, saying boxing needs icons like him. He called Manny a living legend and expressed enthusiasm for the upcoming Mario Barrios exhibition. Kambosos believes this comeback isn't just nostalgic. It could genuinely impact the sport, even at this advanced stage in Pacquiao's career.
Yeah, it's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything and, you know, try his best. That's what Manny, one thing I always learned with Manny is give 110% and try your best no matter what. So, yeah, he's going to give it his all. Again, you can't beat Father Time, but Father Time is hard, and it was very hard watching him fight Lucas, and you could see it. And then watching the exhibition he had with the Korean guy or the Japanese guy in last year, yeah, it's hard to watch. I know Manny, I know the man that I was sparring. I love that guy. So, but again, he's a legend, and he turns it on. he can still do it.
Floyd Mayweather has offered his take on Manny's comeback, suggesting it's driven by money. He says that if he were in Pacquiao's place, he might do the same. From Floyd's view, Manny is seeking one final huge payday. He thinks it's less about revenge or sport and more a calculated business move to cash in one last time.
We have a chance to have a rematch.
Of course, if I was Manny Pacquiao, would I be chasing Floyd Mayweather to do an exhibition to get a good payday? Absolutely I will.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one, because the first one, we know the fact that I have injury on my shoulders.
There's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather.
He's older than me.
When we talk about Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. But nobody has the remedy on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. Where Manny had a great career, but boxing retired Manny. Manny didn't retire from boxing.
I'm still young, so what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a different weight division is not that easy.
Reflecting on their first fight, Pacquiao said he thought he did enough to win. He holds no grudge against Floyd, but hints that outside elements may have swayed the result. Manny has always shown humility in defeat, but he's clear that he wasn't physically at his best that night, and to him that detail made a difference.
Manny Pacquiao he hasn't been a pro in a minute, and you're coming back to fight someone for a belt. Barrios technically should win, but this isn't fair. Like, we could have had Brian Norman Jr. versus Barrios, but we're getting Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Manny Pacquiao is past his prime. He's not in his fighting years no more. And then can't he make 147? And then you're letting him fight for the belt. That doesn't make any type of sense. And then if he beats Barrios, let's say hypothetically he beats him, is he gonna unify? Because Boots, that's sitting in the lamb to the slaughter. Brian Norman, that's sitting in the lamb to the slaughter. Like, this doesn't make no sense. These young fighters, they can really hurt Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao couldn't even handle Ugas. Just think about how this is all playing out. It doesn't make sense. This fight shouldn't be made. Like, there's other fighters that Barrios can fight. Like, he could try to fight Boost, because I think unification is Trump mandatories. Or I would have to look into the weight division for. He could fight Rohan. There's other fighters you can fight besides Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao.
The excitement for a rematch between these legends hasn't faded. Fans still talk about their first meeting and wonder what could have happened if both were in their prime. Many think the initial fight was poorly timed, and that a second bout, even as an exhibition, would capture massive attention and generate global viewership today.
Speaking of Mayweather, fam, do you see they're doing the Pacquiao rematch?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Bro. I was about to say that. They announced it, and all the fans were like,
weirdest way, bro. It's like, they didn't even know. It's like they didn't know if they actually meant to announce it or not.
This one,
that fight's actually happening.
I heard in the comments that they announced it in Chinese or something before, and then the crowd went crazy.
Japan, right?
Yeah, in their language they announced it, and then they went crazy, and then they did it in English, and then that was with silence.
That makes sense, because Manny Pacquiao said it's no one cared. I was like, bro, are we hearing the same thing from? The man just said he's fighting Floyd Mayweather, and no one cared. Everyone's like, okay, hand over the mic, dog. Bro,
people are saying massive. That. They're saying that, or they're saying, where they were, it's culture to not make noise during stuff like.
Nah, bro, you know the fans that Manny Pacquiao has and stuff, bro. If he's announcing that fight, these guys are going off.
Pacquiao's training routine isn't just for optics. He's deeply focused on strength, sparring, and endurance. This isn't a goodbye tour. It's a serious return to real competition. His eyes reflect determination, and the force behind his punches shows he's not here for applause. Manny is stepping back in the ring to win and cement his legacy for good.
Day one. Muy bien. Good.
That wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.